And talks continue between York University and its union representing faculty in hopes of avoiding a possible strike or lockout. A third-party mediator has been brought in to help negotiate a collective agreement. Talks with the mediator got underway Saturday and are expected to continue throughout today. The university says that progress has been made on some issues and it remains committed to reaching a renewal collective agreement with the union. Now, YUFA has been in a strike position since August 2nd. For more, we are joined live by YUFA President Ellie Perkins. No relation here. Thanks for joining us here live on CB24. So where are we with these negotiations? We understand, obviously, you've been in a strike position for a good chunk of the month now. Some progress has been made. In what areas?
Well, we are still passing memorandum of settlement across the table. There are issues that relate to workload and to class size. There are issues that relate to governance of the university and faculty members' engagement in collegial decision-making at the university. We're also concerned about data privacy and security, worker health and safety. So we have three pillars that we're bargaining on, and we have considerable support from the membership. We had a strike mandate vote in late July and received a 92% strike mandate from the faculty members. But we're put in this position really by the employers, the York University administration's very forceful stance since the beginning of the process of negotiation, which began in April. They moved quickly to ask for conciliation and then for a no board report, which under labor law put them in a position to lock us out as of early August. We do not want to strike. We want to reach a negotiated settlement, and hopefully, possibly today we will.
Right, and okay, let's talk about the class sizes. It's the first time I've ever heard of a class size to be an issue in university. I went to York. Some of my first year classes had about 300 students in a class. So what kind of class size are we talking about here? What's the situation now?
In some classes where we were having, small, maybe 20 to 50 students in a class, the administration is moving to group those classes together and have much larger class sizes, sometimes 10 times as many students in a class. That's not true in every situation across the university, but we're facing restructuring in many ways, which is really putting pressure on our ability to give students the time and attention that we would like to. And that's one of the reasons we feel that faculty members really need a lot of consultation and say in how the university rejigs itself to meet changing social priorities for education, but also the increasing demands on students' mental health and the needs that students have post-COVID. The university switched to mostly online teaching, and pedagogically that's not ideal. I don't think it's ideal from a professor's point of view, and certainly not from students' point of view. So these are all things that are under discussion.
And so what changes have happened post-pandemic and some of the stresses that students are facing? Most classes are online?
Well, during the pandemic,
right.
Most classes switched to online. And there are still a number of courses that are online for a variety of reasons. Some students are actually not in the GTA. Some students need accommodation so that they prefer to take online courses. But pedagogically, I think there are questions about how, what it might be appropriate to teach that way and what kinds of things really need the kind of in-person communication and camaraderie that comes from education in the best of instances, I think.
How much of this has the student population grown exponentially? We've seen that in some colleges across Ontario. Has York University student body skyrocketed in the recent years? That may have played a part in the way that you're mentioning. School, some classes are getting up to 100 people. That used to be, down to 50.
Okay, there's a lot of complicated stuff here, right? The immigration laws changed to allow foreign international students to come in increasing numbers over the past few years. And York has always had many students from very diverse backgrounds. And so some international students did come to York in the time when those immigration rules were loosened, you could say, or where international students were welcomed. The rules have now changed back to a way that limits the number of international students who could come. I don't think that York's overall student body increased to a large degree because of those changes in rules. York is the third biggest university in Canada. It's always had many, many students, 50,000 students, right? It's a big place. And what we face now are these questions of fiscal cuts, because the international students could be charged high tuition rates, international fees. And that has been one of the ways that the university has weathered the cuts that the provincial government has made in the allocations to the university. So all of those financial issues are being worked through, but York University is in a healthy financial situation. The Ontario Auditor General, in its report late last year, showed that York has about has a healthy surplus, and that was acknowledged by the university administration. So these are changing times. It's true that the kinds of things that students need to learn are probably changing to fit the changing economy, but critical thinking, the ability to express yourself well in writing, and think critically are still and will always be very important in a university education.
Yeah, no doubt. Definitely learned that despite getting a science degree. A lot of critical thinking while I was at York. All right. Okay, YUFA President. I know, right?
I'm so glad you're York grad. Yeah. That's wonderful.
Dang straight. Played football for 1 year before I was not good. I was not good at it at that level. Either way. Well, I guess we'll touch base. We'll see what happens at Wood Talk. So you're saying hopefully something happens today. If not, we'll be in touch. YUFA President Ellie Perkins, again, no relation. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Of course.